Welcome to the Weather Guru's tropical update for Tropical Storm Fiona, soon to be Hurricane Fiona. Thank you for joining me. Please hit that subscribe button for the latest tropical weather information and world weather news. Right now, we're currently looking at the infrared satellite picture of Tropical Storm Fiona. I'm going to give you the latest information on it here in just 1 second. It is getting better organized. Inflow and outflow patterns are looking great, and it's on its way to becoming a hurricane as of after 12 p.m. Atlantic Daylight Time today, Sunday. So right now we have the current information. Tropical Storm Fiona is currently with winds sustained of 60 knots, 70 miles an hour. Minimum central pressure is down to 991 millibars and continues to fall. Movement is west-northwest at still 8 miles per hour. So slow movement will continue to exacerbate the rain problems in Puerto Rico, in the higher elevations of Puerto Rico, the mountains, the rainforest, and also the British Virgin Islands. We don't want to forget them. Vieques and Culebra, the islands off Puerto Rico, and the American Virgin Islands, U.S. Virgin Islands as well, will continue to see rain as the storm is heavily east side loaded with rain and winds and precipitation. The reason for that is because of the southwesterly wind shear that has diminished somewhat, but has continued to impact the inflow of the storm on the southwest side and on the western side of the storm. So we're going to look at this real quick, and then we'll get into some other things here. The advisory issued at 8 a.m. Atlantic Daylight Time has a hurricane warning still in effect for Puerto Rico and Dominican Republic from Cabo Calzado to Cabo Francis Viejo. So Dominican Republic will experience those tropical storm force winds coming in tonight, later Sunday night into Monday morning, with the hurricane will be making its pass through there as well. The eye of the storm, the eye wall and eye of the storm is expected to pass very close over Ponce and Aguadilla and Cabo Diaz, Puerto Rico, on the western flank side of Puerto Rico. So they're looking for that later today, as it says here. Tropical storm force winds extend out 140 miles from the center. And like I said, the minimum central pressure is 991 and dropping. So we expect to see that eye coming up later on this afternoon, that hurricane eye. As you can see, more convection is bubbled up in this last frame toward the center. The water vapor confirms that here. Look at this impressive anticyclonic outflow here above and the upper levels of the atmosphere. Just beautiful. The fanning out of the cirrus clouds there. You can see it here. So the storm is breathing better, but as you can see over here on the Puerto Rican side here, you can see the southwesterly shear here from Jamaica coming in past through Cuba and Haiti. You can see that southwesterly shear that's affecting the southwestern side here of the storm. And so that is also going to be an issue that's going to be experienced. But nevertheless, it's going to be a hurricane, Category 1 hurricane, and it will continue at that northwesterly motion. Now, if this thing stalls out above the Dominican Republic and doesn't make that northward turn as expected, then we can expect more heavy rains from the mountains of the Dominican Republic and Haiti, flooding rains, and also Turks and Caicos and Bahamas has to watch out for this system. Now, I want to show you the radar scope image out of Puerto Rico today here. And as you can see, this image, this is Puerto Rico. I put it in motion here. You can see the eye firmly down there, maybe about 80 to 100 miles to the south directly of Ponce, Puerto Rico. And you can see it's still moving that northwest motion, but you see how it's open to the southwest. The eye is open to the southwest. That's because of that shear and the dry air coming and training into the system. Nevertheless, it's going to make hurricane conditions possible in that northern eye wall band there, as you see, as it comes across this western flank of Puerto Rico. So anywhere from Ponce to Arecibo, Cabo Diaz, Cabo Rojo, those areas on that western flank is going to get that northern eye wall. And this is where the strongest convection appears to be, in that northeast eye wall. They're going to get that there. And that's where the storm is going to be able to produce those tornadic conditions, as well as strong winds above 75, 80, 90 miles an hour, some gusts to 90, somewhere around between 80 to 85 miles an hour. Sustained winds can get hurricane force around 70 to 75. Nothing too crazy. This is not a Hurricane Maria situation for Puerto Rico, but it will bring the flooding rains to the higher elevations of the mountains to the east here, and the El Yunque rainforest and those heavy mountains areas, as you can see here. As we continue to put it in motion there, you can see the rain is still carbon Christiansted, the Virgin Islands here, the U.S. Virgin Islands, as well as Culebra and Vieques off the coast, as well as the British Virgin Islands here. So anywhere from Charlotte to Male, all the way down to Christiansted, is getting that heavy rain. The islands here are out of the clear, anywhere from Saba, St. Eustatius, Montserrat, Anguilla, all of you guys, St. Kitts and Nevis, you guys are in the clear for the showers. You're just going to have a strong southwesterly breeze for today. The conditions should be improving as the storm is moving further away from you guys. Next up will be Dominican Republic, and of course the Bahamas here as I zoom out. But this is the radar out of San Juan, Puerto Rico from the airport, and you can see heavy rain from Fajardo down through Humacao, Cagas, all on the south, Guayama, all the south coast here, and the western side is going to be experiencing more of this type of rain here for the system. So just to recap, let's go back to the path here. I want to show you the projected path of the system here. And the projected path of the system does take Fiona through the Dominican Republic and through onto the Atlantic Ocean, the Bahamas, and through the Atlantic Ocean. Bermuda will have to watch out for the storm come Friday, possibly. They'll be on the eastern side, the dirty side of the storm, as a hurricane. It could be possibly be a Category 2 by then, as it being to open the waters of the Atlantic, and that's what the Atlantic Hurricane Center that's what the National Hurricane Center has forecasted for this. What's interesting about this storm is that the slow movement of it, it's moving at northwest at 9. There's a potential for this to stall out if the steering currents does not steer further north here for you. So that's one thing we have to watch out for too, as well as we continue from when that Tuesday to Wednesday period. If it does not shift north fast enough to catch up with that trough, and it's going to pick it up, that's supposedly going to allow for it to go north, that weakness in the trough, then it will continue on a northwest journey, northwest journey through the Bahamas, and possibly graze the outer banks of North Carolina there. So we have to keep very close attention, very close attention to this track come Tuesday and Wednesday when it emerges off the coast of the Dominican Republic and the Turks and Caicos, Bahamas Islands there, to see whether or not the trough is strong enough to be induced to pick it up, or will it continue its northwest motion. Right now, I think it will continue its northwest motion, and it will be a slow jog up to the Bahamas and to that region. So this has been your morning update on Tropical Storm Fiona. It will be a hurricane by 12 p.m., 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Look for that update from the National Hurricane Center to come later on in the 11 p.m. update. Thank you very much. I'll talk to you very soon. This is the Weather Guru. Thank you for listening. Please be sure to subscribe, and I'll give you the latest updates as it becomes available. Thank you.